Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene appeared on Laura Trump's show, The Right View it's called, and I have a couple moments for you from that. You'll never guess what Marjorie Greene is very concerned with right now. The Chinese surveillance balloon. And we'll talk about why it's so funny that she is making this an issue she feels is strong to attack Biden on. But first, let's go ahead and watch this clip. This is her getting asked about her bringing a white balloon into Congress and why she didn't bring it into the State of the Union. Of course, the white balloon was supposed to be alluding to the Chinese surveillance balloon.
That's what got the attention.
Well, you did draw some attention prior to the State of the Union because I saw that you were carrying around a white balloon, like suggesting that it was the Chinese spy balloon. Did they not let you take that in the chamber there?
Well, unlike Nancy Pelosi, who tore up President Trump's speech behind his back, I wasn't going to pull any gimmicks when the president was at the Capitol and when security...
That's very nice of you, by the way.
Well, thank you. And, I do think balloons could be considered dangerous, and I didn't want to pose any threat in any way, or at least make it look like that. But the Chinese spy balloon, I did carry a big white balloon with me to Media Row, which was in the Cannon office building, which is where my office is, earlier in the day. That's what got the attention.
So she says she's not going to pull any gimmicks while Biden's actually there speaking. You remember this?
Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal.
Okay, so I decided I would say real professional during the actual speech. Liar! Yeah, right. Okay, so the second moment I want to show you, still on the issue of the Chinese surveillance balloon, keep holding for why it's so funny that she's criticizing Biden on this front. Take a look.
But not only Joe Biden, let's go a step further. So did the Pentagon, so did the Department of Defense. They also failed the test because they didn't work very hard to get Joe Biden to shoot that balloon down before it entered our airspace. And they knew about that balloon on January 28th. That was before it even entered the United States airspace, before it entered Alaska. And they did nothing about it when they could have shot it down over the Pacific Ocean. But here's what's so concerning to me, and this is what I hear people at home and everywhere talking about, is they had no idea what that spy balloon contained. It could have contained a bioweapon. It could have delivered an EMP attack, a nuclear bomb, or it could have delivered hypersonic missiles, just like the video that they showed the Chinese people in 2018 of a big white spy balloon or a big white balloon delivering hypersonic missiles.
So this is something I've seen a lot on the right, just confidently talking about the Chinese spy balloon as if they have some inside information from the intelligence point of view about what the capabilities could have been, where it was, when it was known that it was in a particular place and it could be shot down, couldn't be shot down. You would have to have way more insight into the behind the scenes of the intelligence we had to know exactly when they knew, when they were able to act on it, when they were able to bring it to Biden to make a decision, all those types of things. And what ended up happening was they shot it down over the ocean. And when they initially announced it, they said, we do know it's surveillance. Our intelligence has allowed us to understand it to be not a weapon. It's trying to gather intelligence on these particular sensitive locations at the time when this was coming out over Montana. But as I was kind of hyping up there, what's so hilarious about this aggressive criticism of the way that Biden and his military leaders handled this Chinese spy balloon is they will not even talk about, they'll deny, but then for the most part not focus on the fact that 3 balloons sent by China flew over the territory of the United States during Trump's presidency. And what we know now is that, at least based on reporting, he wasn't aware of that, and the intelligence apparatus wasn't aware of it again, based on reporting as of now, that's what we know. But then, because of Biden increased defenses against Chinese espionage, we were able to recognize these balloons and find out that previous balloons had flown over. And so the kind of bit I did previously was, imagine if the story was reversed and this was Trump. He had increased defenses against Chinese espionage and found out that under Obama, 3 balloons that were completely missed came over our territory. Fox News would have said Trump's the best thing ever and such a genius for increasing defenses, and Obama's weak and wasn't able to do it and missed it, and our whole country could be destroyed by now because Obama didn't catch these balloons. Well, now the story comes out and they're still just saying, oh, no, I'm ignoring it, ignore. I'm just going to keep criticizing Biden. And this is something I've noticed more often these days, is within many right-wingers, kind of the media ecosystem in which they exist, and some left-wing, but for the most part on the right wing, instead of changing the narrative over and over and over to fit the changing facts, and kind of, you can be hypocritical and you can be dishonest and bend the facts, but they would change the narrative as the facts change to make it seem as if they had a better point. Now I've noticed they'll just stick with the same narrative, even if it got proven wrong, or even if facts came out that makes that narrative no longer make sense because it's obviously hypocritical or whatever it might be. So there, Marjorie Greene is sticking with the Biden allowed the United States to be threatened in a way it just absolutely should not be. But I'm not going to mention the fact that the person I love, who I won't criticize, allowed us to be threatened in that exact same way, or have that exact same thing happen 3 times and wasn't even aware of it, based on the information we have as of now. Just truly, it almost seems like a lazy attempt at dishonestly attacking Biden and not attacking Trump. And as I said during the recent James Comer story, if you're going to try to deceive me, be better at it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the full bonus show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley. Link in the description.